Hi guys. I know it's not puppy related. I'm missing one. I am going to be making a jungle gym for a friend, the one that's got the bed. So I'm going to show you what I do, and your measurements does not have to be exact. You guys can figure out which ones that for the size that you want. And that's not exact. I'm missing a pole. There it is. And I'm gonna make it for her because she's got a litter on the ground if they could use it. And what I'm going to be using is the purple fabric to make the bed. I don't know if that one's mine or not. Not really sure. And then I'm going to need 4 tees. And a bunch of pieces in there. Let's see what's in this one. Corners are different. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the corners. Okay, and then PVC pipe, zip ties, which I will cut these and put on. And then I've got the 1/4 inch is what I do the one with the bed. You can make it bigger, okay? It's no big deal. I'm using my measurements from the one that I did, and then I'm going to put it together and then figure out the fabric after. Which me and my sewing machine, we have words. But, hey, whatever. So, I think it's 3 10-foot pieces that I'm going to use. I'll find out. I did see that I got a little bit. One of these. Let me see. Got enough of these, I won't have to cut them. And I do. Woohoo! Perfect. Okay, so these are the ones that go from the bottom up to the tees to make the bed, and then we go up. I'm just gonna put my pieces back here then. I already got enough for her. And I'm gonna show you guys how I cut these. And I'm not gonna measure, like I said, I just did it what I wanted. And I went from there. She needs one, so I'm gonna go ahead and make her one. And this tool is what you need. Looks like this. And bang, just like that. Okay, we're perfect. It's hers. I haven't quite figured out what to use to be able to get the letters off. I've tried a few things, but I haven't figured that one out yet. If anybody else knows what would work, let me know. So I'm just going to go ahead. She's got 2. I gotta do 4 big ones. This makes it really easy. And they're the same cutters that I use to make the big one. So it cuts through the big ones as well. Okay, so all 4 of her big ones are done. Now, to go ahead and do all these little ones, which I need to actually count how many I got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 of them. There's one. And I'll probably fast forward through all 10 of these. Onto the next pipe. Okay, I'll see you here in a bit. Okay, I'm back. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it together. And then I'm gonna get the bed ready. And using the colored pieces are so much easier. And of course I'll get my edges right. Oh, wrong one. In a second. Okay. Do 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 do. Yes. Okay. These ones are mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I threw my last one over there. What did I do with it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Did I not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I gotta cut one more. Well, baloney. Yeah. I mean, Heidi. Do-do, do-do. Nope. It's the longer ones. And what did I do here? I'm having a moment. Okay. So your 4 longer pieces are 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. And these are going to go like this, which is a little one. That's a big one. You would think I would know what I'm doing. But yeah. Okay. Do-do, do-do. I'm going to put the bottom one in first. Alright. And another one in. Okay, now that's the base. Okay. Really should have scooted back. All right. Now, I wish I did more. these are the shorter ones out of the 10. You have 2 long pieces. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add one on now. Shorter one in here. Okay, turn it. I really need to back that up or something. Okay, there we go. That way you guys can kind of see maybe what I'm doing here. Is that a long one? Yes. This is how easy they are to make. Now, granted, I gotta go sew the bed on here. Did I cut one too many? I did. That's okay. Oh, that was mine. Maybe. I think I did one extra. I did. Okay. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it was 10. Okay. I just put it over here, I guess. All right. So that is what it's going to look like. And now I'm going to get the fabric ready. On the fabric, I'm going to do it in half. And then I'm going to do it inside out when I actually sew it. I want to see how big this is real quick. I want it scrunched up. So that is going to work. And that is going to work. Okay, I just gotta sew that sucker together. And then do it past that on these. That one's already cut. So is that one. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one off. And then I'm going to dangle it down, realize the bed's going to be about right there, and I just cut one piece on one side. That way I could just get it out. Now I'll cut my tops. And I try to make them at different lengths for different toys. And the reason why I do it to only one side is so that when you take your toys, you can actually slip them in here. Makes it easier. And I don't tighten the zip ties because I want them to be able to come off. Kind of tighten them a little too tight maybe. I want them to be able to come off so that she can throw it in the washer, the chains and all. These are just PVC chains. These are super easy to make. Now, as far as the sewing machine goes, like I said, I am not the best sewer in the world. So, deal. Okay, that one's got a hook. Maybe I add on to that one. Maybe I need to go find the other zip ties. I think these ones might be a little small. Yep. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, now that I got it like this, got all my chains up, and I'm all ready for toys. I'm just gonna cut the tops. I ran out of white ones. Gotta go to the blacks. That's okay. Just adds more character. Okay, there we go. So that's what it's gonna look like as far as for the toys. Now I'm gonna do the bed. Let me go ahead and get the first portion of the bed done. And like I said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew it inside out down just one side. That's it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and flip it, and then I'm gonna measure, pin it, and sew those ends. Like I said, I suck at sewing. Okay, now that I got it sewed together, flip it back over. And of course it is way too long, so I could probably get 2 out of this so that I'll have an extra. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now won't quite be enough for an extra, but that's okay. And I want it to be a little more. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and sew this now down on to it to where it's got a edge, and then I can go ahead and pin the other side. And then that way, we'll be done. Okay, I got one side done. So it is on, just like that. And go side to side. Now I just gotta do this side, which I'm gonna flip it up this. And I want to kind of sort of get it a little bit tight because the puppies are going to push it down. And then I am going to have pins everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and pin it how I want it. Pins, like I said, everywhere. And I still gotta put a little loop in this bottom. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna raise that up. From my pin. What did you do with it? Because I still gotta put a little loop in the bottom. And I know there's probably people out there going, "You're sewing wrong," and I'll be like, I will be the first to admit it. We know this. I need one of those things. Oh, this fabric is so tough. Okay. My fingers are not strong. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and cut this extra off. Maybe. What did I do with the scissors? Okay. I'm gonna cut extra off. Give me enough for a loop. Actually, let's go there. Okay, now when I take it apart, oh, I already had it out of there. I went ahead and I just cut a strip so I know where I need to cut, because I gotta loop this up under, and then when I get done, I'll put it on and I'll show you how the finished product is. All right, let's see if I knew what I was doing. So I still got it upside down. Go ahead and feed it on there. I want to put it the right way. And then put it back together. There's one side. I got this the wrong way. Dang it. I had it right the first time. The humidifier just kicked in. Yep, that's right. All right, let's try this again, shall we? Now back up so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. All right. All right. Make sure that everything's back together correctly. Now we gotta cut the little strings and ta-da! See? Now we got the bed. And when they get in there, it holds them in. And they can play with their toys. And she'll go ahead and add whatever toys that she wants. And like I said, I left them open on the ends to show you what I'm talking about. I just cut it to where you can flip it and put your toy in. And there it is. Bam! It took me about an hour and a half. And it's done. And the reason why it took me so long is because I'm fighting with my sewing machine. But there it is. Woohoo! There is your jungle gym. And I left it open on each one of them so that you could just slide your toys in. Also on some of these I cut, I'll go ahead and do on one of this. Yeah, I'll do on this one too, just shorten it. But some of them on the longer ones, I did it so that you can take off or add if you want on other places. But there it is, girl.